like, it's one thing when you use, there's the police there just as I step out. Police car number 20 as I step out, and then as soon as I step out of the room, that guy's coming out as well. And they had him the other night as soon as I was going to leave for work. He's also coming in to stand there. So police there turning into probably where I'm getting. Oh no, they're turning into the motel. So this as soon as I leave. Gatineau police showing up here today. I just want to see if I put that other secondary pair of glasses in here just in case. These ones should give out while I just walk over to the store here because they've been on for a little bit. These ones since I came home. So as I came home in there, I just put all the groceries I got into the fridge and then come out right away. That guy's coming out at the same time. It's what is it now? It's between 8 and 8:30 a.m. anyway. And so the Gatineau police have gone in here to park in that motel to stake the place out as I go, just to be there while I go down to the store here, so they can just sit there while I go down to the store. So I'm just gonna show you from here. They pulled out just as I came out of the house too. So we're gonna put more videos up this weekend, and I probably will anyway. Let me see. I have to go through and edit some of the stuff, but yeah, that guy. Okay, so what's going to happen this afternoon is when I start to edit the video, well, maybe not right when he'll go out there for like 4 to 5 hours, and like, okay, people cook, right? But like, just it's the same thing everywhere I've lived. They'll have them just smash utensils down. I don't really pay it as much mind here because I can drown it out with the earphones on, so it doesn't really do as much. But I notice he's doing it because whenever I take the earphones off briefly, he'll be out there and he just stands there and just. Of course people are going to cook, that's fine. But like nobody just sits there banging pots and pans together and just like tapping utensils for like 4 hours. No one does that. No one normal anyway. So that's been going on everywhere I've lived for like since 2021 actually. With those same routines. With the excessive noise in the kitchen area. Okay, so it's going to move down here and then turn and then cross on the other side there. The police are waiting in the motel here, so that's why I just wanted to go across. Okay, so they're waiting in the parking lot of the motel. They know I'm going to the store here, right? The Quickie Mart. So they've just parked in the motel parking lot just to sit there as I go down here the whole time. Because there's no crime here, there's absolutely nothing for them to do other than do this intimidation crap that they do. So they pulled into there, I think, the motel. It looked like they did anyway. I don't know if they cut around to the back street there and went out, but I saw them pull in there. So this is where I was going to go, the Quickie Mart down the street here. And they're pulling out right away. As soon as I exit the room there too, as you saw, that guy's opening his door and coming out to. He walks up to the kitchen and like brings up I don't know, something of water, and then goes back in to his unit and just leaves the door open and idles with the door open creepily. That was right as I stepped out again, as you saw. And same thing's been going on again since 2021 everywhere I've lived. But they try to switch it up a bit here at this place. Let's see if they're back there. Maybe they pulled around to the other side. I don't see them there now. I don't see them now. Let me just take a look on this side here. Oh yeah, they're right there. Yeah, see? So this is just, they've just been told to stay there as I go down to the store here. Let's see how long they sit there. They're just sitting there doing nothing at the back of the motel. And as you saw, they drove up just as I came out too. Just as I came out there. This is car number 20, Gatineau police. Haven't seen as much of them recently, but they're starting with them again. They'll switch it up intermittently because I'm going to 2 provinces on a weekly basis. This person here is probably going to stop here as well. The one they got here, he'll stop here. Yeah, see right there. I'm just standing in the bus shelter to make it, just so I can get a view of them, just to show you they're doing nothing. That's what the store where I'm going, right? The Quickie Mart. So just so they're right in the area as I go up there, they just driven up here just to sit here. And the other guy's coming out right away as soon as I exit. And the other night, what was it, Wednesday night, he came out as well, just to stand there and, well, he was cooking, right, the other night, so there's a little bit more plausible deniability in that. But this afternoon, he's going to spend like 4 to 5 hours just smashing things down, and usually I'll turn the recorder on when he does that, just to record the noise. And then I put earphones on, so it doesn't bother me as much because, yeah, now they're driving on, right? No one got out there. They didn't even get out. So they're just coming here. See, that's where the store where we're going, right there, the Quickie Mart. And that's where they were positioned. They were just told to position themselves there. You saw them drive up just as shortly after I came off the property there. They probably pulled around to the back, so because they know that. I mean, view from there. Let me see if I can see them from. Yeah, oh no, they're backing out again here now. Car number 20. They didn't do anything there. They didn't even get out of the car. They just pulled up there just to idle there. So you saw the Ottawa police doing the same nonsense this week. And police in 2 provinces. Car number 20 here. They didn't get out. They just pulled in there to pull their acting skit. What are you going to do? Pull over and ask me, say they're looking at you again, like the ones in Ottawa did? Yeah, nice mustache there, Freddie Mercury. Guys look like they're like 16 years old. They'll hire anyone here to be cops. Now let's see if they're going to go into the Quickie Mart where I'm going to go. So they didn't even get out of the car there. They just pulled in there just to do that intimidation skit. Oh no, now they're going to where I'm going to go, right? That's where I'm going to go, the Quickie Mart, as I just told you. So now they're going to pull into the pizza cafe. They pulled in there to do nothing. Now this is where I was going to go, so you just see they've just pulled in there just to sit there. Car number 20. So initially they pulled in there. This is all I'm trying to do is go to the store. You can see this is clear intimidation. That's not open where they pulled in, the pizza cafe. It's obviously not open. It's just like 8, I think it's like 8:30 something a.m. or around there. So this is first thing. As soon as I get home, they're doing this. As soon as I come back out. Okay, I'm going to walk down here. So on this side here. See how long I'm going to stay here. This is where as I told you, this is where I intended to go. So, because they knew that I was going to record if they stayed there too long, they're going to have a bunch of community-based agents milling around here too who work with them. So, I'll just go over here. Car number 20. I think I caught their faces, but I don't know how well it'll turn out in the footage because it's at a bit of a distance. The officers, like usual, look like they're, no older than their early 20s. So they're just pulling in here just to sit here in the pizza cafe parking lot. The store's not even open. It's just to intimidate me as I go up to the Quickie Mart here. I'll show you how they get paid to do absolutely nothing. This is what community policing is here. Attempting to intimidate people as they go out for a walk. It's also to try to draw me over. I'm just going to stand right here. So this is where I was headed. I'll show you. I'm going to move up here a little bit. Just stand at a distance so they don't start trying to make something up. So again, 3.5 years of menacing and intimidation by these violent, mentally unstable, incompetent rubes that work for this police organization here. Just grown men who conduct themselves like children with the intellect of children. And very prone to violence because they lack self-control and they lack, as a lot of people with lower IQs have a lot limited self-control, limited self-restraint like these people. So yeah. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'll show you here. So that was my intention to go into the Quickie Mart there. This is all just intimidation. You can see there's no one else here, right? Absolutely no one else here in the area here. Daniel Rogers and CSIS sending these low IQ thugs with their pedo Freddie Mercury mustaches, because they all have to look the same, talk the same, dress the same, no individual thought process. So they got their creepy mustaches in the exact same way too. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay. So they have a bunch of people, as you know, whenever you record them, they have people who work with them who are told to swarm around you. There wouldn't be as much traffic here normally on a Saturday at all. This is just a flood of cars that wouldn't ordinarily be here. They probably repositioned themselves there thinking that I'd go over closer to get to... I'm not going to record them from too close. I'm just going to show you that they're there doing nothing. And that they pulled up there just to sit there. Obviously that's the death. They know where I'm going. They know exactly where I'm going. So it's threatening and intimidation. And it's going to go on Twitter and it's going to go on all of the YouTube sites, of course, when I complete the editing. Like I said, they're going to have that guy, the guy who came out, as soon as I opened the door, they're going to send him out to slam things down and make noise today. So when he does that, I'll record that also. Might start adding some of that. Actually, let me go around this way, okay? I'm just going to go around this way. And, yeah, there's way more traffic than there would ordinarily be here on a regular day. Actually, you know what? Hold it from here. You can see them from here very well. Let's from that side there. Yeah, right from here. So they just pulled in just where I'm going to go into the store. They've been told to stay there the whole time that I'm out, so I'm just going to record from here, however long it takes. So from here. Three and a half years of harassment and intimidation from these people. Nothing there's open. They're just parking there to sit there and do nothing. So ask yourself again, why are you paying the police to do this? Why are you paying the police to stalk people, to intimidate people, and to just sit there doing nothing? This isn't doing anything for any community at all. It's just harassment. It's just them sitting there doing nothing. Yet no one really speaks out about it because they're so insulated. That's because this system's in place, right? Where they've enlisted so many people, and you've got to be able to see that there's no way this could take place. There's no way people would accept this type of behavior from people who are supposed to protect them unless some sort of deal has been made, right, to enlist those people, to use materialism, you know. And so obviously that's the case. We know that in this country, and all the Canadian media works to lie to insulate this system that they have of communitarianism in this country. It's all lies, and they veil it. They veil the police drug trafficking, the police corruption, the police criminality behind all these staged skits they put on their controlled media in the news. It's all lies on the news, all lies. And you always have to ask, is this even real? Are they staging it? Because these people will stage anything. They'll exploit the deaths of their own children, pretend that their own children died, and exploit that. And of course they get paid when they do these things too. The people who they've enlisted will often get new homes for doing these things. That's what they did with the people in Sandy Hook. And there's very clear evidence that a lot of those people are still alive. The people who they use, well, all of them, really. You can even find them, okay? But YouTube doesn't want that stuff put out there, so we won't talk too much more about that. But anyway, that's not just, you know, a one-off thing. All of their psyops like that are completely fake. So they're going to start sending people, you know, the traffic's picking up right now, based on this here. Guy from the store looks like he's over by the door too. I'm just going to back up a little bit here and just record them from here. The reason they knew I was at the bus shelter there, so there's a little bit more, looks a little bit more natural. I'm just standing at a distance. They're just there because I came out to go to the store here. And that's all, that's the only reason. Let's see if I can go around and get a glance from here. I'm going to go around that way, but it's all road on that side though. That's the only thing. Yeah, my intent was just to come in here to go to the store. As soon as I exit, that guy comes out, the other guy, tenant who lives there, and then step outside and just start walking, and these people drive up. First they pull into the motel. When they saw I was going to stop there and record at the distance from the bus shelter, they move on. And there's way more traffic than there would ordinarily be here on a Saturday at this hour. So they're texting, probably telling a bunch of people to come around and where I am. Actually, let me go around. We'll see if they're still there. I'm going to walk around from this way and see if we can get a vantage point from there. I'm not going to go up too close because then they'll start, you know, doing their usual lying and making things up. That I'm interfering with them while they're sitting in a parking lot doing nothing. It's two officers who look like they're, I don't know, no older than 20 years old, both of them. Because they'll hire anyone here. So there we go here too. And you see the flood of people. This would not normally be like this on a Saturday. I have footage from, was it 2 weeks ago when I came out here, and there was like no one around. At around a similar time. I think this might be a little bit later than that, but maybe a half an hour later. But so CSIS has started to utilize these thugs more now too, because they switch it up between the Ottawa police and these buffoons here. Let me see if I can just walk over to this side here. It's not much of a sidewalk, it's just all mud. So, yeah, I'm just going to stand over here on this side here. Stand over here. See, they're just parked there. This is where I was going to go. So they're just there to threaten and intimidate. All in the police or the military or the fire department, you're either going to act as one, as part of the collective mob, or you're going to be excluded. That's all there is to it with these organizations. They know I'm standing over here too. Oh, he probably, well, they already know anyway where I am, because they have these tracking technologies now. So I'm not on the property here anyway. I'm just on the edge of the road here. So I'm not on anyone's property. From here. That's what the police are paid to do in Gatineau. Just menace and intimidate people and do nothing. It's not policing at all. It's not policing. It's not. It's just criminality, and it's just an embarrassment, really. And I've got, as you've seen my footage, I've got here. I've got 3.5 years of this. It's going to be 4 years in this summer. Here, and then another full year in Toronto of the same things. Okay. Now he was pretending that he didn't see that I was standing here before, and now he just turns over and just starts looking now to do the whole fake suspicion thing. What are you standing there for? Okay, look, I'm on the road here. This is not private property, so. Just sitting there doing nothing. It's all about intimidation. And then any interaction, they'll probably pull up to me and say, why are you standing here? Why are you watching us? None of your business. I'm not even near you. I'm just showing the viewer this is what they do, and they're just here to menace and intimidate, because I was going to the store there. You saw them, how they showed up just after I came out, and they've been doing the same thing for 3.5 years. So more than that now. It's good. Well, this summer it'll be 4 years in Gatineau, and but they took a bit of a break here. I didn't see as much of them, and yeah, keep staring over mustache. Can't think for yourself. Can't dress yourself. Put your military camouflage clothing on that they tell you to wear. Be obedient to the state, Mr. Mustache. They have to have the same look, the same pedo mustache, the same. I'm not trying to say that anyone has a mustache, but you understand. It's just a certain look, right? It's just that same creepy look. A lot of them have like that you know, that curled up mustache where it's like a Wild West kind of look. I guess that you'd see like a Wild West gunslinger. They have them with that too. A lot of them, the cops, where they'll have that curled up mustache, like the pitcher Rolly Fingers used to have years ago. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that. That's an obscure reference. He was a relief pitcher for the Oakland A's and San Diego and Milwaukee, and he had like this weird mustache. Okay, they gone now. Let's see where they went here. Or did they pull over here? Oh no, they're moving up that way, okay. See, this is to try and see if I'm going to move when they move. So now they've moved up here. So let's stand back here. So it's at a different angle. They've been told to stay here the whole time before I go into the store, as you know. And then they as you know already, anyone who knows what's going on with these things knows they're told to play dumb and make it seem like they're just there. Nothing's open there. They didn't get a call there. There's nothing open in that plaza at all. They're just sitting there staring at their phones. And they've been told to stay there until I go into the store, and then probably time their drive away when I leave. That's why I'm just standing here. So they've repositioned themselves 3 times since they pulled up next to me after I came out. This is probably so they can write some false nonsense report that I'm monitoring them or whatever, right? And I'm just standing here because you know why they've been sent here. So they will probably they'll probably do something like that to try to write a false report. And it's obvious why they're here, so the viewer sees why they're here. The viewer knows, if you've watched my material, that they've been doing these things for an extended, long time, these people. And they're just trying to lie. And they're not very good liars either. They just stick to a script, like that Ottawa cop the other night. As soon as I brought up the fact that one of their officers had attacked me for nothing, violently attacked me, then he wanted to end the conversation because he knew that was true. He already knew about my videos as well, and so he'd been just told to try and. He was just there to try and get me to get angry or to evoke some angry response. So I'll just show you from here. See how long I might have to switch the glasses. We'll see how long they're going to stay there. As you see, no one's exited the car yet. Neither of the cops have gotten out since they pulled up alongside me. This is what they're paying them to do, just to sit there. And now there's suddenly more traffic coming along here when there wasn't anything either this early in the morning. And if they try to pull any BS about why you're watching me or whatever, I've been stalked by you for 3.5 years, so I'm just noting this from my own documentation. I'm not even near them, I'm at a distance. So just to put that out there for the record, if they try to say anything like that, or try to go to their old scripts for gaslighting, it's just the same old tiresome routine they try to do. And these are community-based agents. There was nobody coming down this road either. Now there's suddenly a lot of traffic picking up now. Okay, now they're going. Just going to see here if they pulled out, or they might just move down that way. I'm just going to take a look. I want to keep watching them wherever they're going from a distance, because they've been told basically to stay in the area until I go to the store. So I'm just going to show you that. They didn't have anyone else pull in here. Notice that no one else pulled in here while I was in here. Now they're going to probably pull in here. Now they're pulling back in again. Looks like.
Notice how he immediately goes to the usual script that they're told to repeat and say, "Are you okay?" This is the exact same script that they've been saying for 5 years with these cops who they send to stalk, and they'll often start off the conversation with that precise sentence, "Are you okay?" As well as the provocateurs who they send, they tell them they get coaxed and told to say, "Are you okay?" So I've shown that in many videos where they say that. So what does he say right away as soon as he drives up? "Are you okay?" You'll notice also that he immediately begins the conversation in English. Now, no one who lives around here in Hull is going to start a conversation in English if they don't know someone. They're going to assume that you speak French as your first language. So this further proves that this guy knows exactly who I am, and he knows that I primarily speak English. Otherwise, why would he start the conversation that way? He would have started it in French, yet he's immediately speaking English, while he later claims that we have no idea who you are. Well, he certainly knew that I spoke English, and no one starts a conversation in English around here. So that's further proof that they know exactly who I am, and this is all just nonsense and lies from them here, reciting the usual gaslighting script.
Sorry? I couldn't hear you. I didn't understand.
Okay?
Why would I not be okay?
I don't know. You're staring at us from this way.
Yeah, it's not it's not illegal to stare at you. I've been stalked by your organization for 3.5 years. Let me finish.
Are we stalking you?
Let me finish what I'm going to say. I have video evidence of your organization stalking me for 3.5 years for CSIS. So you don't listen.
I don't even
So-
know you, man. Okay? So you can go about your day.
No, I can stand where I want to. That's a public area.
You can stand there, but you have better things
I could, no. What happens is I'm walking over to the store here. You showed up right when I left to go to the store. As soon as I come out, you're driving up alongside. As soon as I start to talk, you interrupt me. Do you want to have a conversation, or do you want me to just?
No, I just want to know what's your matter.
What do you mean? What's my matter? There's no There's no matter at all. I want to go to the store without having police show up. For 3.5. Again. This is what you're taught to. This is what you're taught to do, is to talk over people because you know you're wrong. Yeah. You don't have integrity. You lie. You're trained to lie. That's what you're doing right now. I don't have to tell you anything. You know my YouTube channel. You absolutely do. You showed up right as I pulled out. I have evidence online of 3.5 years of these same activities. So you can shake your head. I know you're trained to do that. But if you want to have a conversation, it's not going to go well for you. Without talking over people like you do. You can't have an honest conversation. You can just lie. That's nonsense, sir. I can walk wherever I want to. I've explained to you why I was doing that. Because you've shown up everywhere I've gone. Every single time I talk. Yep, keep interrupting me. Okay. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to go stand over there. I came over here to go to the store. If you didn't show up, I would have just went to the store. No, you can stop terrorizing me and harassing me. That's what you can do. You're not intelligent enough. You're not intelligent enough to see. Keep talking over me. Keep talking over me. What do you mean? Do you know what's that?
What's this building over there?
The building here?
No, the building.
It's the motel. You're talking about the motel?
We're watching the motel, so mind your business. We're not watching you. Okay?
Buddy,
we don't care about you.
First of all, okay, that's what you would say. That's what you would say. That's what you would say. I'll go about my day. I'll walk where I want to walk, as long as you're around. You're not watching the motel. I'll walk where I want to walk. They're not watching the motel. You know that very well if you've seen my footage. And you notice how he always has to talk over you because they're not intelligent. And this is a witness here who they've sent here. I'll just show you from here. This is a witness here who was probably recording the thing. Okay, so he's gone now. You can see all they can do is talk over people. Exactly. That's what they're going to say. Of course, we're watching the motel. Why aren't you doing that regularly then, right? Why aren't you doing that regularly? It's not their routine. And the guy here, I'll just show you here. This guy here in blue is another. Notice how he came in just while they were there to probably record me and create some fake thing about it too. Again, I'm just across the street. I'm not on any public property. He's just there staring at a phone. He's another community-based agent who was sent over there. Yeah, they're not intelligent. You can just tell. All they can do is talk over you. And the guy's, what is he, like 21 or something like that? And they're just itching to get aggressive and violent too. So. And as soon as you start to talk to them about the facts, they just talk over you, right? That's the thing. This guy didn't even go into the store. He didn't get out of his car or anything. He's just there sitting there watching the interaction. Probably was recording it to try to gaslight. I bet you what he's going to do, this guy. He probably recorded the interaction. They're going to cut bits of it out to make it look like I didn't scream at them or anything. I spoke a little, assertively, but I didn't shout at them. That's just their game. That's what they do, okay? And, of course, CSIS tells them they cannot admit that they're there to do it. It's obvious. You saw when they showed up. And, so there it is. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go in here now. Leaving early, a little bit earlier. So, 59. Was it about 8:40 when I left, I think? Let me see here. Usually they've been lately. Gonna stop there. The place is completely dark, there's no one there, and he's creeping up the thing. I'll just show you from here. So the Dairy Queen's closed, you can see where this person is, so I'll just show you from here. As soon as I start walking, he's creeping up to the street. The guy who's at the closed Dairy Queen with the lights off there. So we'll just cross here. Just pacing back and forth in the park driveway of a store that's closed. And I'll show you from here. And as soon as they're coming up there, he's creeping out to the street. Here's a one headlight car. Gatineau police allowing them to break the law at night, encouraging them to break the law. See what look at this? Just pacing back and forth in the Dairy Queen parking lot. Okay. Yeah, so that's the police encouraging people to turn one headlight off. It's far more important that they sensitize you to this these neuro-linguistic programming aspects and this sensitization stuff than it is to keep people safe on the road at night. You know, if the other headlight, it seems minor, it seems trivial, but if the other headlights you give out, that can be a serious issue at nighttime. But they don't care about that. It's far more important that they terrorize people in this manner, so that takes precedent over upholding any laws under community policing. A service which has a system which has been implemented without the consent of the public, i.e. forced upon them, without any democratic process or any vote, just imposed upon them. Yeah, as soon as I get out the bus, police pulling out there. So, check this out here. What's the number here? It's the number 91. As soon as I get out the bus, police there. So that guy who got on there at Radio Center, I noticed it right away. It's the guy who works at the store. So their plan was, I would usually get off at the next stop there. That's the closest to where I live. And they thought that I might go into that store there, which I sometimes go into. So they'd have him get off at the same stop and go into where I was going into. Let's see if he gets off there. I think that was him that got on at Radio Center. Obviously there's more plausible deniability for that because he works there anyway, right? So, but I think that was him. Let's see if he's gonna, oh, maybe not. Okay, so he didn't get off there. Okay, so I don't know. I thought it was that guy. Anyway, so the police there as soon as I get off the bus. Car number 91, I think it was. They were just sitting in the parking lot here of the motel again. This is a different motel here, or no, around the corner there. Just sitting there doing nothing. Pulling out to threaten and intimidate as soon as I get off the bus, so we'll get that one on Twitter and get it at the end of the video as well. So CSIS has gone back to using these fools lately because it's just to try to create plausible deniability for the thugs in Ontario. The Masonic thugs in Ontario. So they've switched over to using these psychotic criminals who do literally nothing but traffic drugs, harass people, and stage fake events. And so they were waiting there as I got off. Yep, I thought that was that guy. It looked like him. Maybe I was wrong. It wasn't. Might not have been him, but it looked like the guy who works here at the store getting on. So I thought, okay, they probably had him get on just so he could get off where they think I'm going to get off. That's why I got off one stop earlier there to see if he was going to go in, but it wasn't him. Or if it was him, he just stayed on. I don't know. It might have been just somebody who kind of looked like him. He's probably working here now. So we can cross here. That would be something they do, have him get off right there, and then thinking that I was going to go in there. And then there, of course, would be plausible deniability because he works there, right? So it wouldn't be that weird to have him getting off and going in. But maybe it was not him, I don't know. Oh, there's police again. Same car, same police car driving back around to come past me again here. So CSIS and the RCMP have gone back to using these thugs, the Gatineau police, lately. They took like maybe a month and a half off for plausible deniability, and now they're back to using these goons again. So car number 91 has driven by me twice there to harass and intimidate, just literally since I got off the bus just minutes ago there. Driving back the same way, obviously doing nothing but threatening, terrorizing people. So that'll go right on X. And we'll put a picture of that drug dealer who they allowed to operate on there today as well. Because I just briefly went into the house for like maybe like 2-3 minutes, and then yeah, it looks like they either turned into the SO or they turned left from our vantage point. Yeah, it's police again here, third time police. Okay, so since I just got off the bus, I had to switch to these other glasses. I just went up to the store again, and here's the police for the third time. Continued stalking and intimidation here. We'll just see if we can see the car. The other one was 91, which showed up twice. Now they're turning that way. I can't see the car number. So that's 3 times just since I've gotten off the bus. They're basically surrounding the area to swarm around me all morning here. That's the Gatineau police again. Turning just right in front of the place where I live there, up there on the right. Where the guy's positioned on the bike, that's where, just behind there, that's where I live. So 3 times this morning. Now they're just going down that side street. They don't do anything. They literally just drive around stalking people. Look at here. Look, there's nothing going on here anyway. Well, now the traffic's picking up with CSIS cars because I'm coming down here, but there wasn't much traffic at all prior to that. So constant threatening and intimidation from them. I'm going to put it all on Twitter and put this in the video too at the end. It's going to go down here, so I exit here. Police over here? We'll see them before I go back. I'm just going to walk back this way and then get an Uber. Yeah. So I had to update that card for the banking and all that. It's going to expire. It was going to expire next month, so I figure I don't want to go after work in the morning, so might as well go today. Then I'm going to go and get an Uber. See if we get the cops. Haven't seen them yet, but I'm not gonna walk from here. It's a bit far from here. We'll see what other acting we get here. So here, I'm gonna do oh, here, police here just after I've come out of the bank here. Again, 95. Okay, sorry, 95. Yeah. 95, stalking again today. Let's see from here. Stalking me as I come out from the bank. And so that's 4 times they've shown up from yesterday to harass and intimidate me each time I go outside. That's the drug trafficking Freemasons from the Gatineau police. They'll be on X. X, whatever you want to call it. I'll put them up there, and then I'll put up another video with them in it as well. Doing nothing but intimidating people. And you can see the guy, the thug, with his fake steroid-injected body in the car. Freemason pedos, that's what they are, who endorse changing the gender of children, but who hide behind a veil and won't come out and tell you. So where is he in? Let me just make sure here. Where he is here. Let's see if we get the police again. I just stepped out of here, the Dollarama place here. And waiting for a ride. ASA. This side here. Yeah, the police were there just shortly after I came out of the bank, driving by me to threaten and intimidate. Just as I come out to the bank. So that's 2 days in a row and a number of different times this week. This is an act here too, coming right up to me, as you can see here. This is just an act, as you can see. Comes over and throws a bag now. No, sorry. That's what I can tell. So the guy there who's like pulling stuff down off the pole, he was right outside the bank as soon as I exited the bank as well, with his knapsack on, as so many of the CSIS perps they have with the knapsack. So he's positioned right there, standing there, and then he comes over next to me here and throws a huge bag of garbage next to me as I exit. So he's next to me as I exited the bank, and then he comes up here just as I exit Dollarama as well. He really looks like he's doing a lot of legitimate stuff there. Okay, so where's this Uber? Let's see. One of the police drug runners, probably, that guy there. Now he's coming back over again towards me here, again. He's just creeping around me continually. I think he might be a police drug runner. So he's been scurrying back and forth here as soon as I came out. He was right outside the bank as soon as I exited, and now I go over to a different location further down the street, and he's right out here as soon as I come out of the Dollarama. And he walks over near me and throws a huge heap of garbage down there. Over there by the bank, he was peeling those things off. This might be the guy here, ASA 767, I think this is him. Oh, that's him, okay. So let's see if we get the cops again. So slipper here. Hello? How are you? Very good, yeah. Just going to down that way too.